Welcome to the 407 Baldwin Street Bridge, really close to my house. I've always had a fascination with bridges. Growing up, I remember in the city of Ottawa that I would love to cross the 5 bridges that connected the city of Ottawa to the city of Gatineau, Quebec. Each of these 5 bridges are unique and distinct and special in their own way. Whether it's the Champlain Bridge or the Chaudière Bridge or the Portage Bridge, which happens to be my favorite. It's simple but stately and in the shadow of Parliament Hill. Or whether it's the Alexander Bridge or the Macdonald-Cartier Bridge. I loved crossing these bridges as a young kid, and I believe that's where the fascination began. Recently, I made a note of the notable bridges that I have crossed here in Canada. I think about the Lionsgate Bridge that connects Vancouver to North Vancouver and West Vancouver. I think about the Ambassador Bridge that connects Windsor to Detroit. I think about the Thousand Islands Bridge that connects Ontario to New York State in the Gananoque area. I think about Jacques Cartier Bridge in Montreal, or the Quebec Bridge into Quebec City. Of course, there's the Heartland Covered Bridge in New Brunswick, or Canada's longest bridge, the Confederation Bridge, connecting New Brunswick to Prince Edward Island. It was while we were traveling this bridge a couple of years ago, driving across this 13-kilometer stretch, that I really felt God impressing on my heart that this was what MCS was to be, to serve students in their ministry development journey as they start in one place and move to another, to be a bridge helping them from one phase of life into another. It was really a metaphor for MCS to explain why we exist. It speaks about our culture of transformation and the change that happens in someone's life when they become a student at Masters. We often say that you can start here and go anywhere. This is our legacy as a school. There are thousands of graduates, each uniquely living out their calling for Christ, who've started their calling stories by first calling Masters home. We want to serve you by being a bridge to help get you from today to where God is calling you to tomorrow. You can truly start here and go anywhere. Anywhere God is calling you to. That's how I like to finish that sentence. You see, we want to be a bridge that serves people of all ages and stages of life. We want to be a bridge that serves women and men. We want to be a bridge that serves people of all color and cultures. We want to be a bridge that serves diverse people of every background. For as long as I've served as president at Masters, I have spoken about being a diverse school that equips and empowers diverse students to be sent out to diverse situations. This must be reflected in our community, on campus and online, and at the seminary. This must be reflected in our culture, in our ethos, and in our values. We simply will not tolerate racism in any kind. It has no place among us. This must be reflected in our commitment to inclusion and to integration, where everybody's voice matters and everybody has a seat at the table. We are committed to being a school that celebrates unity in the midst of our diversity. We are committed to being a school that keeps in step with the Spirit, relying on the Spirit to shape us, to sharpen us, and to send us out. We are committed to being a school that builds bridges, not barriers. A school that you would be proud to call home as an alumni. This is my commitment to you. We must be a bridge, not a barrier, to any of these values. Bridges are engineering marvels to me. They're simply incredible architectural structures. Over the last few weeks, I've asked myself some questions. What is required of us, the team at Masters, as a team of architects, in designing a place where others feel at home to discover God's unique call for their lives, and in turn are able to thrive as leaders in ministry contexts? What's it going to take for MCS to lead the way in building a community where disciples make disciples, who in turn make disciples? I first believe that it will require us to engage in 2 principles. The first is dynamic locationality, where we are present, active, and immersed in the experiences and stories of each other, engaged and located in real time with each other. And the second is radical relationality, where we find ourselves rooted deeply in a reciprocal relationship of giving and receiving, of loving and serving. We must remember that the gospel is a bridge, not a barrier, a portal into possibility and opportunity, moving people from hope to healing. You see, opportunity and possibility are only realized when our brothers and sisters of color can tangibly know that what they see on the other side of the bridge is accessible, inclusive, and welcoming. You see, I dream of MCS being a place of opportunity for anyone who senses God's call in their life, where they could walk across the bridge, experience our learning community, be transformed by the power of the Spirit, and be sent out into future kingdom ministry. So today, if you're a future student or a current student, let's keep walking across this bridge together, whatever stage you're at right now. I can't wait to see where God will lead you. If you're a pastor or a church leader, let's keep working together so we can serve the people that God sends our way with wisdom and with grace. And if you're a donor or a partner, let's keep investing together in students so they can successfully walk across the bridge and into God's purpose for their lives. As this episode of The President's Perspective comes to an end, I want to invite you at the dawn of a new day to be part of our bridge, linking hands and linking hearts together and making a difference for Jesus in this world. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, let's do life different.